Hello, YouTubers.
This is Ashley with Watch
I
Mojo,
told
and
you
today
I was
we're
gonna
counting
make
down
a
our picks for the
reaction to
top 10 worst things Seto Kaiba has done.
Your little brother was captured because of you. Stay down like the sniveling, defeated dog I've turned you into.
Are you alright, Joey?
Surrender, Yugi. That is, unless you have the courage to unleash your attack.
Let me unleash
For
my
this list,
attack.
we'll be looking at the most heinous acts the dragon-obsessed duelist has committed. But what's your favorite Seto Kaiba moment? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, you can catch me on Twitter at
I guess the
AshJBo, so
redeemable
head over there,
thing where
give me a
he
follow,
actually
and
did
let me
not
know
unleash
which
his
Yu-Gi-Oh!
attack
list you want
on
to see
Mokuba on
next.
season 3.
If you like what you're
Season 3
hearing,
still
be
a
sure to
disgrace,
check out
because
the
I
full
swear
song
it's
at the
lying
link
about Seto
below.
Kaiba's character. And I like that song. Okay,
Number
back to the
10,
beat.
rubbing salt in the Pharaoh's wounds.
Agreed.
If a duelist plays the seal of Orichalcos, the loser gets their soul taken. After the Pharaoh activates the card and is beaten by Raphael,
All he cared
Yugi's
about
soul
was
is
Yugi
sealed
losing.
away in
Did
his
it?
stead.
Rebecca, they got him.
Got who?
Yugi.
So many
No!
books.
What are you doing here?
It only needs
I
one
love
of
how
us,
they.
so I'm
how
letting the
this
seal
one
take
is the
me
only
instead.
one that they tell you English.
The defeated duelist agrees to call his billionaire rival Kaiba to get some help saving Yugi. But when the rich boy finds out the Pharaoh lost, he doesn't handle the news well.
Whatever. Kaiba doesn't believe in all that magic stuff anyway.
He doesn't.
Yeah, it's all some kind of hocus-pocus mind trick.
Kaiba
I like
immediately
how
starts
he sounded
screaming at his
almost
rival.
exactly
He calls
like
the Pharaoh
Kaiba
a
when he
disgrace
said
for
that
losing his
line.
title.
Makes
Although we
you
weren't
like,
expecting Kaiba to give his rival a pep talk,
I didn't
we
think
at least
he did.
hoped he would express some sympathy. Way to kick a Pharaoh when they're down, Kaiba.
Sympathy,
Yugi
huh?
lost! Yugi gave his Duel Monsters Championship crown to some nobody? No one deserves that title but me!
Number 9, betraying the Big Five. When
Yeah,
Kaiba was
I
a
think it was
child,
the worst
he
thing he
wanted
did.
control of
To be
Kaiba
honest, the
Corp.
Big Five was
Your
already messed up in
treachery
the head.
began when your stepfather, Gozaburo, gave you $10 million to test your business skills.
He
I
agreed to
still
share
think the Big
power
Five
with a
was
group of
already messed up in the
executives
head
called the Big
before-
Five if they helped
before
with
they
a
were
rather
even with
convoluted
Kaiba.
takeover plan.
Seto, as Kaiba Corp's
Like, they
board
got a
of
messed up
directors,
way of
we're
thinking.
curious
I think
why
only y'all
called
need
us here.
therapy.
They agreed. And what was the result when they finally got control? He stripped them of all their power. Their intense anger over Kaiba's betrayal eventually led to a whole filler arc where they attempted to hijack the bodies of Yuki and company from inside a virtual world. And to think their reign of terror could have been avoided if Kaiba just honored his end of the deal.
Well,
never
yeah,
intended
true,
to
but
run
I still
Kaiba
feel
Corp
like they
because
would have
it's a team
betrayed
like you
him
promised.
eventually
When you
anyway.
became president, you took away our responsibilities. You used me.
Number 8,
Well,
using
yeah, but
duelists
when
as
has he not
bait
used
for
somebody?
rare hunters.
Come on,
The rare
y'all
hunters
knew
are
what y'all
a
were
group of
getting
shady
into. Don't be
duelists who
acting
love
like y'all
stealing high-quality
stupid.
cards no matter the cost. Ishizu asks
yeah,
Kaiba to
I
lure
agree
these
that
criminals out of
Kaiba,
the shadows
you're messed
by
up
throwing
in
a
many
tournament
ways for
where the
this.
competitors have to bet their
Are you
rarest
gonna bid
card.
somebody else's
I'll
life
organize
just
this
because you want to
tournament.
find
Thank
three
you.
rare cards?
But I'm not going to set it
Screw
up
you.
because of your fairy tales and your hocus-pocus mind tricks. I
saying
want to
that.
reclaim my title as the #1
Because I
duelist.
refuse to believe you seeing all
Without
this.
asking
you
any
still think
follow-up
it's
questions,
focus,
he
focus, mind
immediately
trick.
sets it up, while also allowing the rare hunters to hack into his company's system and enter as many people as they want.
Well, so much praise, so little time. Who shall I hunt first?
Hey, freak! I knew I'd find you.
Didn't you learn your lesson?
By allowing them all in, he put all his tournament participants in unnecessary danger.
He did.
Rare hunters had no problem ambushing innocent people or sending them to the Shadow Realm after all.
Rare hunters, they took my bait.
Number 7, showing no sympathy for Alistair.
He shows no
Before
sympathy
Kaiba
for
Corp
anybody.
focused on games,
So
they
I
provided
feel like it
weapons of
shouldn't just be
war.
limited to
Unfortunately for
Alistair.
Alistair and his village, tanks and bombs
But
hit
I get
harder
it.
than
I
her
get
blue
why
eyes,
y'all
with
say
all the
why
chaos
y'all just
separating
put
him from
Alistair
his brother
instead
in
of
the
everybody
process.
Oh! It's the tanks!
Quick, follow me!
Help!
Mikey! Where are you, pal?
When Kaiba discovers his company was responsible for tearing two siblings apart, he shows no sympathy. He
He
insists
should
that
be
it
showing
wasn't
some
his
freaking
fault because he
sympathy.
wasn't running things at the time,
But he
before going
ain't
a
the
step further
sympathetic
and
person.
actually blaming Alistair
He
for
ain't no
losing his
sympathetic.
brother.
If he
You
was
better explain
sympathetic, I
yourself
promise
as a
you, I ain't
brother.
seen.
It
I'd
was
be
your
like,
duty to
looking in the
protect him at all
dictionary and being
costs,
like,
and you failed, Alistair.
the
Your
word
little brother was
sympathy
captured
ain't
because of
describing
you.
Kaiba at all.
Since Kaiba is
He is the
extremely
opposite.
protective of Mokuba, you would think he would be a little more understanding. But instead of
Please, he
offering
doesn't show that much
condolences,
sympathy
he
for
sends
Mokuba, no
Alistair's soul
offense.
packing without mercy.
You're just mad at yourself because you let him down.
Number
No, he's
6,
mad at
pulling
your
the
Jane
Pharaoh
Company.
out of the afterlife.
Now that I agree with. Let the Pharaoh rest in peace. Who cares about your stupid petty rivalry?
I've been waiting for you, Pharaoh.
And I've
After
been waiting
spending
for you to
3,000
die,
years
but
trapped
apparently
within the
you
Millennium
still
Puzzle,
less
the
than 3
Pharaoh
friggin'
finally got to
spit-ups.
rest
What
in
is
the
wrong with you?
afterlife.
Go die
Of course,
somewhere.
Kaiba being
Are you
Kaiba, he
immortal?
couldn't handle not being able to fight his rival again. He uses his considerable resources to go to Egypt, finds the puzzle pieces, and then bullies Yugi into
I'm
putting
just
it back
wondering
together.
if every
Only
other
for him
Millennium
to prove
item
the
is
puzzle
gone.
no longer
Why is the
contains the
Millennium
spirits
Puzzle
of the
the only
King of
one that's still
Games.
there?
It wasn't easy. It still isn't, but I had to let him go.
It really wasn't.
And you have to as well.
But seriously, how come the Millennium
This
Puzzle
leads
didn't
Kaiba
disappear
to do
along with all
what
the other
any
Millennium
reasonable
items?
person would do.
Is it
Use
just
a
because
magic
it's
item
that
to transport his
special?
soul into the
Is
afterlife
that
so he
why?
can fight
I
the Pharaoh
refuse to believe
there.
that, because all
Kaiba
the other
truly
ones
has
were
no
just as
respect for the
special.
living
So
or the
why
dead.
is Millennium Puzzle the only one that survived? Is it because it has the spirit of Pharaoh in it? Is that why? Even though he went to the afterlife, is that right? Is that why? Why it is still
Number
alive?
5, constantly bullying Joey. Kaiba's hobbies include duel monsters, building dragon-themed jets, and insulting Joey Wheeler.
He does.
That's right, Joey. Stay
Leave
down. Stay
Joey
down like the
alone.
sniveling, defeated dog I've turned you into.
Are you all right, Joey?
Despite the fact that they're both respectable
what is wrong with
duelists,
you?
the two never
Why-
got
why
along.
Joey?
Kaiba could
Why
never
Joey?
resist an opportunity to
Why
make
don't you
himself seem
back-
superior
why
while
don't you
insulting
just
Joey's
back the other
skills.
contestants that
Unfortunately,
don't
the
even,
bullying often
even
went beyond
play
harsh
duel
burns.
monsters? What
He
is
made
wrong
sure
with
that
you?
Joey had too low of a ranking to
Nothing with
compete in the
Joey.
Battle
Leave
City
him
tournament.
alone. He
And
is
keep in mind,
a
this
better
is the
character
same
than you will
competition
ever be.
that allowed
Is that why you
literal
pick it on him?
card
Because you're
fees
freaking
to
jealous?
enter.
Well, then
I'm
just do it
sorry,
for
you've only
yourself.
got one star. Your ranking is
For
much too low
your
to enter.
freaking self.
That
Ain't that
can't
how you
be.
do?
Kaiba frequently failed to look beyond his
course he
elitism
did.
and
Of course he
blind
can be.
hatred to recognize
Don't you know
Joey's
Kaiba hates
true
you?
talents.
Hold on, Kaiba. Why don't you duel me? We'll see who gets the third place crown. Unless, of course, you're scared of losing to me.
Number 4, hurting Yugi's grandfather.
Ooh,
It's
like I said,
crazy to think how
in that
evil
mansion,
Kaiba was in the very first
hated
episode.
him
When
immediately
he finds
because
out
of that. I was
Yugi's
like,
grandpa, Solomon, has a Blue Eyes White Dragon card, the rich boy tries to buy and trade for it.
To me, old man, give me your Blue Eyes White Dragon card and I'll trade you all of these.
When his offers are refused,
I know
Kaiba
he
sends
really
his
wasn't gonna
goons
trade
to
all that
force
because,
Solomon into
come
a
on,
duel.
he carries that
From there,
suitcase
things
everywhere.
just spiral.
Grandpa! Grandpa! Are you okay?
With the duel leaving Gramps way
It
worse
keeps
for
reminding me
wear,
how
all
much
before
giving
Kaiba
Yugi's
pours
voice
salt
to-
into the wounds
Yugi's
and
voice
tears up
like
the
at the
blue eyes
beginning.
right in front of him.
It was fair. And look at the sweet prize I won.
The shock of seeing his treasured card being torn to shreds didn't help Solomon's medical condition.
It did
Number
not,
3,
and I
failed to
swear.
provide medical attention. Nearly every duel that took place on the Battle City Blimp was a shadow game.
It
The loser
was.
of each of these matchups ended up unconscious or worse. But no matter how bad their conditions got, Kaiba refused to redirect the blimp so people could go get proper medical care,
Like
repeatedly
I said,
allowing
I've
matches
seen so
to
many
continue.
soulless
That's
people actually
ridiculous.
be
Wake
like,
up, Joey.
take this
You can
person
do
to
it.
the hospital.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, this
At one
guy
point,
doesn't even
Yugi and
give
his
them
friends had to
real medical
literally beg
attention, so
Kaiba to
everybody
send
begs them, and
doctors
it's like,
to a
all
near
these people
comatose
are injured
Bakura.
and hurt.
Don't you understand? Bakura needs help.
He's been unconscious since losing his duel.
And if he gets any worse than he is right now, you'll be responsible.
That's a risk I'm willing to take.
We
I
understand
swear,
the young
Kaiba,
business
you're
prodigy
not
doesn't
making me
believe
like
in
you
magic or shadow
anymore.
games, but Kaiba should believe in the lawsuits he'll receive for not getting people help sooner.
Oh,
Whoa,
he'll get
this
so
is
many.
nuts. Naric's
Oh,
gone
he'll
over the
get
line this
lawsuits,
time.
alright.
We gotta
I'll
stop
show
this
you
duel
some
now before
lawsuits.
things
I'll
get
give
any
him
worse.
20 lawsuits.
There's no way I can stop this duel now. I must witness Ra's special ability with my own eyes.
Number 2, forcing Yugi to surrender.
Oh,
During
let me
Duelist
tell you.
Kingdom, Kaiba's sole
When I
goal
saw
was
that
to
scene, I
save
was
his
like,
brother from
wait,
Pegasus'
Yummy,
clutches.
you're not
But
really
to do
gonna,
so,
you're
he's
not
got to
really
wipe
gonna let
out
him fall,
Yugi and the
right?
Pharaoh in a
Right, Yummy.
rematch. When
Yummy.
things start to go
I was
pear-shaped,
so shocked
Kaiba
when I
threatens to
almost
step over the
died.
castle's
He was
edge
like,
if he loses.
Is this a trick?
Yeah, what's he up to?
We'll let you do that.
Kaiba! Stop this!
Although the Pharaoh is willing to let Seto Kaiba fall, Yugi takes over and lets him lose the duel.
She's right. We can't do this. Stop!
Kaiba's desperate threat is an incredibly cheap way for him to win. He also
Exactly.
never stops to consider Yugi is also trying to save a loved one. Kaiba was clearly willing to do anything to save his brother, except ask for help.
Surrender, Yugi. That is, unless you have the courage to unleash your attack.
We help you anyway, even when
Before
you
we
don't
continue,
ask
be
for
sure
help.
to
So
subscribe
what the
to
heck
our
is
channel
wrong
and
with
ring
you
the
for
bell to get
asking
notified
for
about
help?
our latest videos. You have the
And
option
besides,
to be
you're gonna get
notified
saved
for
anyway. I don't even know
occasional
why you
videos
did all that.
or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, nearly blowing up Yugi and his friends. It's official, playing against Seto Kaiba is also liable as a death sentence. As the Battle City finals come to a close, Kaiba decides to cap things off with a literal bang by setting the island to self-destruct, all without making sure anyone else got off
How the heck
safely.
he's just gonna leave them there and he knows the engines
This
weren't
is
even working?
insane!
If Yugi and friends hadn't found a spare helicopter, they wouldn't have survived the explosion.
And then here he is coming on his
Meanwhile,
dragon
Kaiba was safe and
helicopter right
sound
there,
in
and I
his
was like,
iconic Blue Eyes White Dragon
oh
jet.
no, he ain't just freaking laughing. And even Mocha Bro was shocked. He
What's
was like,
more, when he
wow,
discovers
well,
that the
he's really
rest of the
lucky that
cast
they found
nearly
that. I
perished,
was like,
he makes fun of
Mocha
them.
Bro, do you
This
know your
stunt
brother
should
is
have
a
landed
psychopath?
Kaiba in jail, but the cocky duelist went free and went on to host more life-threatening tournaments. So, do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.
This thing has pure blood. I already put in the comic section. These are the... See, this just reminds me more of why I hate Seto Kaiba. And let me tell you, I still quote that. Seto Kaiba, screw you. Screw everything. Season 3 is a lie. A lie. You hear me? A lie. Both in the sub version, the dub version. I'm not finished with sub version technically, but it is a lie. Seto Kaiba does not have no redeeming qualities. Nor will he ever. So screw him and screw everything he represents. Because no matter which version I see him in, he will always be the worst. I will always see him as the worst. If anybody ever sees him in a positive light, all I will say to you, or all I will do, is name all the numerous things he has done. That is bad. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he did all bad things. There were some things he actually did do. Like when he actually helped Yugi at that moment when he was battling darts. Or the other times he did help him. But then most of the time it was against his own will. Except the time when he was trying to get darts because technically he wanted to get his company back. And then there were actually many times, but I'm not going to name them all. Because to be honest, putting him in a positive light after just watching the top 10 worst things that Kaiba has done it's just wrong. It's just wrong. So, goodbye everybody, and I hope you like this video. Bye-bye.